I want to thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution. We talk about everything crypto almost daily. Jumping right into the market. Today in crypto, Bitcoin, red line of resistance. Bitcoin has seen some upside. All these sell orders that are stacked right here, the Bitcoin bulls have been buying them up. So to take the larger pattern out of the scenario for right now, just imagine that, hey, these aren't there. If this double bottom plays out, again, you get volume breakout here and magic things happen, right? Because it's hard. One of the toughest things in crypto is nailing these diagonal trend lines, right? And so there's even a lot of stock traders that don't trade them, but we're paying attention. If you get volume and then the breakout, then obviously that'd be a different story. So again, you've got the bulls pushing higher, red line of resistance being pushed, all these sell orders being bought up, and Bitcoin daily has seen some upside. Now, Bitcoin 1 hour chart, and we posted a ton of setups and we've made a lot of money today. This is the Bitcoin 1 hour chart. You had the measured move from here, we stated, because it broke out really right here. Okay, so it's exceeded the measured move, so very bullish. Okay, so now you got Bitcoin again right at this red line of resistance. You had this potential bull trap where sellers get exhausted, where they're buying, and then everybody just takes profits and they're just happy to be there. So well, now you've got your high and then a higher high, so it's convergence. It's a sign of strength. But you're still up here in this order block where all the sellers have been selling. Look at this huge wick up to here and then selling. Now, we're going to zoom out real quick right here. And again, same thing. You break this level, you're going to 18,500. Okay. So the bulls, it's the weekend, and the bulls have to show up here. I think we get some good altcoin trading as long as Bitcoin doesn't do anything crazy. If Bitcoin just moves sideways, you could get some good altcoin trading based on this idea. AI has been one of the big things that we've been talking about in group, and I'll show you why. So shout out to Rob. He's an admin in my group. He's amazing. He made 202% profits on this gala trade with leverage. This person, he joined the group around 2 years ago. He used the skills and knowledge to progress in crypto, and he turned 60,000 into $3 million, right? Again, bull run, killing it. You get any type of upside out of this market and you're about to do this, right? Because the altcoins have been destroyed. The Metaverse had hit so hard, and I talked to you the other day about Metaverse ready to take off, and I'm going to go into detail about that. See this little puppy, this little car. I used to drive this. Actually, before I drove this, I rode a bike, and now we picked up, this is the family car. So we just built this BMW, super excited. It's a twin turbo V6. The woman that I want to marry right next to it. So again, life is good, but I started from here. Okay. And I can help you get to this point. Okay. I can help you because I've done it. This person struggling to bring in 4,000 a month. Now I am doing that in a day when the market is good. Listen, banger central. We're nailing the banger. You throw together 25, 50, 195, 42, 38% gains on some trades, and your stacks, because you're compounding the interest. And that had so many people rejoining the group, coming back to where the money is made. We're going to continue the discount. So right now it's 60% off if you pay in crypto, and an additional $100 off to make sure you're in the best setups, period. Go over to my website, cryptorev.net. Join. If you have any questions about joining, send me an email, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. Okay, so this is, I thought was an interesting read, and basically just started out with what some folks forget is the day before the Luna ecosystem collapse occurred that pretty much caused all this downside. I mean, yeah, we were due for a market downturn and a bear market, but they announced that they were able to acquire 1.5 billion in Bitcoin from DCG and 3AC in exchange for UST, which went to crap. And so the LFG org closed a $1.5 billion OTC swap of UST towards Bitcoin. So the Genesis aspect of the deal represents the first of its magnitude, with Genesis Asia Pacific taking on $1 billion in UST in exchange for 1 billion worth of BTC. This is just the beginning of it. You could go to this Twitter feed, Genesis Trading, and you could read how entangled this web is. What we have to watch out for is on the 8th, Gemini, they're going to sue, and you'll see a lawsuit that could potentially change the way the market moves. And so we're just being very cautious and ready for that to happen. Chat GPT, right? They have a developer, OpenAI. AI, I think, is going to be big. They're trying to raise $30 billion in capital. And essentially, this just came out, and it's crazy. If you want to check into that, like, you could type in something and it'll find random drawings. It's such a cool program. And it just gives you the idea on what AI will be able to do. You can take a book, a 500-page book, and you can say, hey, tune this down to a 5th grade reading level and give me bullet points that summarize the entire book. And it will do it. Like, the AI, I'm just telling you guys, it is going to change the world. Hopefully for the better, but definitely there's going to be uses that we don't want to see. But I wanted to share that with you because I'm super excited about AI. Now, TRX is in trouble, potentially. Their stablecoin, USDD, is below $1 for over 80 days. It's been depegged since October the 16th, and it hasn't returned to the peg. So if you're holding this stablecoin, you're losing money. Huobi Exchange, who is owned by Justin Sun, appears to have internal trouble. So they had a ton of employees. They just left without communication. Workplace messaging reportedly was shut down earlier today. And TRX just started dumping. And I'm saying, caution. Huobi, Justin Sun. And I told you about this, and I gave you the short on this. Let me see if I can find the short on this real quick. Okay, so the short idea is here. Here you go. And again, it hasn't broken to the downside yet. But if it does, this thing will nuke. Okay, so if Justin Sun and TRX can't buy up enough, and it'll be amusing to see what I'm going to show you next. If Justin Sun can't buy up enough of his TRX, they're in trouble. And so Huobi, the exchange, has seen net outflows of $60 million in 24 hours. We're going to come back to that idea in just a second. Solana, daily active wallets, 3x, pre-FTX levels. Everybody said Solana was dead. And now this thing is taking off. The daily active wallets are skyrocketing. You had to get all the freaking bad money out of there in order to save the project. This will be one of those you could look back on and say, hey, you know what? We had the opportunity of a lifetime to buy this thing, but fear obviously played a part in not buying it, because like they had an unlock that didn't happen. They delayed it. And there's a lot of variables. This is a very dangerous type trade, but right now it's up considerably. Remember, I talked to you yesterday about Vitalik Buterin said, hey, I mean, basically he gave some words of wisdom on Solana that the team is strong, but they got all the garbage out of the way. And ever since then, Solana has been headed higher. So just got to pay attention to that. So there's a change of deadline for selection of repayment method and registration of payee information. So what this means is Mt. Gox how could you have a video like today's video is just like slammed with news? Mt. Gox changed the deadline of selection and registration for creditors from the 10th of January to the 10th of March. Perfect. Now they bought Bitcoin at 100, 200, 300 and selling at 16,000. I mean, that'd be a huge profit, but are they going to just dump? Chances are they've been in crypto, following crypto. They felt helpless and they've been forced to hold. A lot of people made a ton of money based on this idea, but they have changed the deadline of selection and registration for creditors from the 10th of January to March the 10th. Here we go. Justin Sun trying to save the day. He moved $100 million in stablecoin to Huobi amid the rush of withdrawals. So everybody's withdrawn and he's trying to keep Huobi, HT, he's trying to keep their exchange coin afloat. Sun's Huobi exchange has been hit with troubles as of late, including massive withdrawals in the last day and news of staff cuts. Justin Sun, might be in trouble. Pay attention to this idea. Remember, we nailed FTT, FTX exchange coin, right? We nailed Luna. We nailed UST. We're good at following the money flow. Last thing you want to be doing is holding one of these coins to get nuked. Now, the DXY, I posted today, I said, DXY pumped, bad for Bitcoin. And guess what happened? Soon as I walked away, this thing totally dumped. And so then I have to go back to the computer and I have to, like this market changes in a second. Like if you can't just sit down and say, okay, I'm gonna throw 5,000 in this trade and just walk away. Like this market moves, you can on a long-term scale, and if it's trending, and this is a downtrend, and the downtrend, you're trading with the trend, but this thing is trying to reverse. So the DXY dumped, now you get this bounce here, okay? So know that the measured move is still way up here, and it's still dependent on what bounce it's gonna do. Are you gonna get a retest and a move higher, or does this complete idea, if this complete idea fails, if this fails and you lose this support, buy altcoins. Do not sit on your hands. I'm being serious. This is the altcoin total market cap. And so we talked about, hey, there's an inverse cup and handle here, but it turned into this falling wedge, which we talked about. And this falling wedge broke out to the upside. And again, you could see a move up here, just makes it to this level, 8% out of the altcoins. Like it's been good altcoin trading. I mean, compared to what it has been. ES1, and this is why. This is exactly why. And this gives me such a huge edge in this market. I was waiting. I drew this triangle. I was waiting for this triangle to break out. I had this falling wedge drawn, and I was looking for the breakout, and I got volume confirmation and the breakout, but you're at resistance. And so now, if this thing can potentially consolidate right here. Now it's closed, so it won't open till Monday, actually Sunday night. But this is there's a good possibility that if Bitcoin can hang in there and not do anything crazy, that you will get some good altcoin trading this weekend, as long as Bitcoin doesn't do anything crazy. Content that I provide on a daily basis, be sure to subscribe to the channel. This guy, I can't even imagine. This is my car, like a Scion, spray painted front end. Like this is where this is my house in the background, but it didn't happen. Like, believe me, the struggle was real. I lived in a trailer, but this gentleman, he turned in 2 years, turned 60,000 into $3 million. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment in the comment box. I thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys tomorrow.